All right, guys, let's go through the rest of these. Okay, guys, up here. All right, guys, number 2. Should I deal with the negative in front of the f of x or the shifting by 2 first? Negative. Yeah, we flip first. So I'm going to do just another set of dots. You certainly don't have to do this. The negative in front of the f of x, is that flipping over the x-axis or the y-axis? X-axis. So negative 4, 0 doesn't go anywhere. This will come up. So negative 3, 3, right? Then what do I do for my final graph? Down 2. How do we do on that one? Where's your phone at?
Actually checking on that.
Don't lie. That's not gonna lie. All right, stretched by 2. Guys, just multiply your y values by 2. So negative 4, 0 is still negative 4, 0. Next point is at negative 6, 0, 6, 3, 6. Right. Just stretch vertically. Okay? So what does 1/3 f of x do? Yeah, so negative 4, 0 is still there. We're going to be at negative 3, negative 1, 0, 1, 3, 1. Your graph gets very smushed vertically. Okay? Got it? All right, f of x plus 1, where are we going?
To the left. Oh, yeah, to the left one.
Yes, to the left one. So negative 5, 0. We see why it's left. Okay with that? Okay. All right. F of negative x, what's happening there? Yeah, so switching. So let's see. 4, 0. Okay with that? All right. F of x minus 3, where are we going? Yeah, so. Okay. All right, last one we got to do in 2 parts. What does the negative 1/2 do in front of the y? Negative 1. Okay. So negative 4, 0 stays. This one that was at negative 3 is now at negative 3, positive 1/2. We're over here at 0, negative 1/2, 3, negative 1/2. And then my final part, where do we go?
Right one. I mean, I don't know. Down
1.
This guy did not.
Did not. That is not a straight line. There we go. Hopefully yours is prettier than mine. All right, we okay with the graphic? We're very solid with our transformations. All right, let's jump to our notes. You guys, this is notes for today and Friday. Today we're not doing all.
So it's not a. I just think it's because they're like really.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, there's a warm-up at the top. We are not doing like a second warm-up, okay? We're skipping that. Hold on. All right, so we are going to start down here at number 7. Okay, let's do 7 together, and then I'll give you a minute to try the others. When you're thinking about domain and range from a graph, you start at the left or start at the bottom and work your way across. So for domain, I'm going to draw a line over here on the left edge of it. What point am I at over there? What x value is that? -6. And I'd have a bracket on it. Then what you're doing, guys, visually, you're taking this line and we're just shifting it across our graph and going, okay, am I skipping any x values? I have a hole here, but do you guys see how that x value gets taken care of by the spot below? Okay. And then I keep going. And it ends here, right? Where does it end? 5. So your domain is bracket -6, comma 5, bracket. Make sense? You've done this before, okay? Range, then we start at the bottom and move to the top. So what's the lowest this graph goes? -3, and that would be included. Same idea then. I'm just going to take this and go, okay, is any y value missed? So right there, I know I have a hole, but again, do you see how that y value gets filled in with the other side? Okay, and I keep going, keep going. What's the highest this graph goes? 6. And that's your domain and range on that one. Make sense? So if you actually skip over something, then you have like the parentheses for that point. Yeah. Yep. So guys, try 8 and 9 for me. 8, you'll notice you've got the arrow on the end. That means -infinity. Good job. Check with your neighbor, guys. Do you have the same answer? Indeed. All right, guys, number 8, what'd you put for domain? Yes, we have to skip over -2 because it's not included in any part of the graph. Okay. All right with that? Then range, what are you going to tell me? -infinity to 6 with a bracket, right? Okay. Yeah, guys, there's that weird gap here, but it gets filled in by the right-hand side of the graph. So those y values are covered. There's no actual gap in it. Do you see it, Maso? Okay. All right, number 9, what did you put for domain? 6 with a parenthesis, right? Okay, what about range? Okay, good job. We okay with that one? Again, there's this big gap over here, but it's filled in by the y values on the left. Do you see it? Okay, turn the page for me. Does that make sense, Chris? All right, 3 more domain problems, guys. 10, 11, 12. Try them for me real quick. Is it the range on number 10 that you're making that face for, Maddie? Okay, that's. So there's a couple different ways you can write it. If you want to do that, you have to do the whole like squiggly bracket y such that y is an element of the reals, y equals these two things. Or I would accept it too if you just did like hard brackets on that number, union hard brackets on that number, because it's like this value and this value. I think that's the way that's easier for you guys. All right, guys. Number 10, what'd you get for domain? -1 to infinity. Yeah, are we okay with the parentheses and brackets there? Parenthesis on -2, bracket on -1. Tyler? Just stretching, okay. All right, range on this one's a little weird, right? What are the two values that y can equal? -2. Okay, so 2 ways you can do it. I would completely accept bracket -2 union bracket 3. I'm good with that. I think that's intuitive to you guys, like that kind of follows interval notation. The other way you can do it, which I'm sure no one did. Yeah. Y such that y is not one of the reals, and y can equal -2 and 3. No one's writing it that way, I know, but that is the proper notation. Yeah. Is that y value part of your range? Bottom to top, right? Yeah. So is -2 included, like right there? Yeah. Don't let that mess with you. Go with, like, if I draw like my horizontal line, it accounts for -2 and it accounts for 3, right? Those are the two y values that get used in the graph. This is -1, right? You're working your way from the left to the right? Okay. All right. Number 11, what's your domain? Yeah, all real numbers, right? What about your range? Good. Parenthesis or bracket on 5. Good. Okay. 12, domain. Yes, okay. The hardest part is counting on these, I think. And then your range, what do we start at? Gotcha. All right, we feel okay with domain and range from a graph?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, portion. Yep. Okay, so let's start down here, right? Okay, that was easy. I drew a line and it fixed everything. All right, we're gonna actually graph some piecewise now. There are a lot of ways you can do graphing. I have a simple way for you to do it that's very sort of systematic, like you can repeat the process on whatever graph you're given. I actually want to do number 14 first and then go back to 13, because 13 is just kind of weird with it being horizontal lines. So let's look at 14 together first. I'm going to do this piece of the graph in red. So you can use different colors if you want, guys. You don't have to. I need to find the endpoint of this graph and then everything else after that. The endpoint is related to whatever it's telling me x is greater than, less than, whatever. So I need to start with an x value of -1. So if I plug a -1 in here, what do I get for my y value? -3. Okay, so I'm going to plot the point -1, -3. Do you think that should be an open or a closed circle? Closed, because it says or equal to. Okay, so I started by picking whatever x value it tells me here. Okay, so I picked -1. If I plug -1 into the equation, what do I get? Okay, that's how I got this ordered pair then. And then I'm plotting that. Do you get why I'm making it a filled-in circle?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the or equal to, that means we're including that.
Couldn't you just write the -1 as a bracket then?
Well, this would just give it to me. Okay. This is not, this is an ordered pair, like 1 point. Not domain, okay, we're switching gears here. All right. Then you always pick the endpoint. Whatever the inequality tells you, that is the first value you're plugging in. That's the end of your graph. Now it says x values less than or equal to -1. I already used -1. I need something smaller than that. What would you pick? 2. 0 is not actually smaller than -1. So -2. It's okay. Plug -2 in. What do I get? -4. Okay, this second dot we are plotting will always, always, always be a filled-in dot. Okay, it's only the endpoint that could be open. The rest of them are all filled in. Then to graph it, start at your starting point, connect through the other one, and you have your line.
So it says greater than
It doesn't. It says x is less than or equal to -1. In the filled in, the circle part, the red circle. Okay. That's okay. So I need something less than or equal to -1. So I picked -2. Okay. Then I just plug that in here to get the y value. You see it? Okay. All right, let's do the other piece. We're going to practice a lot of these today, guys. All right. Well, now I'm going to do the bottom one in blue. Okay. All right, so endpoint. What x value do you think I'm going to use? -1 again, okay, right? That's what it's telling me.
And then it goes,
What do I do? Yes, when I plug it in, I get -1. Will that be an open or a closed stop? Open. Okay, -1, open circle. Everybody with me? Yes. Because now I need something bigger than -1. 0. What do I get when I plug 0 in?
0, 0.
2. Okay.
I read it wrong.
It's okay.
thought the X.
Oh, it's part of it, yes. All right, remember that one's always filled in. It's only the endpoint that might be open. Start at your starting point, connect through, there's your line, and you're done. Again, there's lots of different ways you can do this. Some of you may have been taught to like draw the entire line with the slope and y-intercept and then erase pieces of it. Like, as long as you graph it right, I don't care what your method is. This is just a very like easy way to see it stops or starts here. Now.
How do you know it's like not going?
Okay, so like this one, do you see how it has like X's between these two things? It's gonna have endpoints on both sides. Yep. Working. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try 15 together.
How do you know how many points?
You just need 2 if it's a line.
Okay.
Yeah, so an endpoint, 1 more, draw your line. Okay. All right, so on 15, I'll go back to the top. I need something bigger than -1.
Go to the sign.
Yep.
So if I put X plus a negative there. So what is it?
All right, so 15. Do you guys see this time how X is between 2 values? This means they've given you both points that you need. You don't have to pick anything. You use the -4, you use the 2. That's it. Plot them, connect them. Okay? So when I plug -4 in, what do I get? Okay, is that one open or closed? Open. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, open circle down there. When I plug in 2, what'd you say, Christian? 2, 3. Yep.
Is that it and you make a line?
And then I draw a line. Yes.
So does it matter which one you start with? Is it always the...
If you have 2 endpoints, it doesn't matter. If you only have one, like, if we're gonna have an arrow on the end, yeah, like you need to know which way I'm going.
So those are 2 endpoints.
How do you know it's a straight line? How do you know it doesn't curve?
Okay, fair. So, do you see how these are just x's? They're not like x squared or square root of x or x cubed, anything like that. These are linear, so they are just going to be line. Friday,
Oh no.
Oh, no,
we'll
let's
do
not.
non-linear
Let's skip that.
piecewise.
Maybe we can skip that.
Man. You can do it, guys. We'll get the basics today. We'll add on Friday. Okay? All right, so the blue one for 15 here. Do we see how I still have 2 endpoints given to me? Okay, plug the 2 in. What do we get? 2, 2, yes. Okay. Open or closed? Open. Plug the 6 in. What do I get? 4. And that one's closed, right?
Isn't it 3?
Well, when you plug the 6 in, 6 is the x value plugging in. You're not plugging in a 3. A half times 6. Right, but what did you plug into the x spot?
Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing, okay? Filled in dot, connect them, okay?
Oh, okay.
Isn't it, you have to do 2 and 3, right?
Why would I do 2 and 3?
Oh, shoot.
Okay. The endpoints are given to you on that one, right? Okay, so you use what's given. It doesn't stop at an x value of 3. Got it. Okay. Anybody else questions on 15? All right, you're going to try 16 and 18 for me. Do those 2.
What about 13?
Oh, I didn't go back to 13, did I? Try 13 too. Thanks. You guys can do it. It's an interesting one. It's actually a really easy one once you see it. You're like, I don't see it. Y equals neg. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay.
We will try this too.
Oh, if you were just graphing. That's just a line. That's just a slope of 2, y-intercept of 1. I mean, I think that would transfer, but it's harder to do those transformations. Yeah. Goodness.
Oh,
that way.
Yes.
Yep.
So each one is just that.
Yeah, so it's just horizontal lines.
Which way
Okay, so you start so like this was your end point, right? So that's like number 1 point, and then this is your second point. So like when I start at 3, 4, and then I go to 1, 0. Yep, and then you have the arrow that way. So then this is number 1. Like start there, and then go through the other. Yep.
I can easily skip it, but I just don't know that. I mean, you have to really like so. What I could do is like just go home for 8 months. That's what I'll do.
All right, guys, there's what number 13 looks like. It's just those 2 horizontal lines. So that one's not too bad. Once you recognize it, it's easy. All right, guys, let me put 16 and 18 up here for you. Strategizing over here. So look at like on 15. You see how it says X is between these 2 values? You're going to have 2 endpoints then. Like on 14, you only have the 1 endpoint and then the arrow because it's everything greater than this or everything less than this. Okay.
Don't do that. When you get a circle ball, I went like this.
All right, guys, there's 16. Yeah.
So for 16, I put 0 and negative.
Okay. So that's at that point on my graph. That's my graph.
Do I have to put 0?
I just need the graph. Yeah, I don't care what you plug in. Something less than 3. Okay, guys, there's 18.
y3 and 2 are, it's not a point on the graph. I mean, it is, but
Yeah, the endpoint is open.
y is 4 and 1 closed.
Okay, the only thing that could potentially be open, think if I asked you on a number line to show me x is greater than 3. Wouldn't you go open circle at 3 and then all of that filled in? So all of those are little closed dots, okay? Only the endpoint can be open. Only the endpoint can be open. Is 4, 1 an endpoint on that graph?
No, it's not.
Okay, can it be open then? No, only the endpoint can be open.
So we do 17.
I said just 16, 18, so that's fine. I can put it up there if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Oh, sure. All right, guys, how'd you do on 17, those of you that did it? Your open and closed dots kind of fill each other in there, so they just overlap.
For 16, how would 3 work? Because x has to be greater than 3.
Well, that's why it's an open circle on that one. So like you use that as the endpoint, but it's not filled in. Because it comes right up next to it. You know, it's 3.000001. All right, guys, other questions on graphing? All right, let's turn the page. Okay, water bottle away, or whatever bottle that is. All right, we're going to do just a couple of these, writing the equation of the line. So let's do this in a couple of parts. So this piece on the left here in red, that's going to be my first piece. What would you tell me for like the x value part of it over on the edge? Less than x is less than -3. Okay. Middle piece, what do you want to tell me? X is between what value?
It's greater than -3 and less than equal to 2. Oh no, 0.
Okay. So -3 is less than x, and then you said less than or equal to 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did it. It doesn't matter which way I put it.
Kind of, but I'll explain. Then the last piece, guys, do we agree that that's just bigger than 0, right? From 0 on? So one thing you have to notice here, the 0, you can include it in the blue, but then you can't include it in the green. Or you could reverse that. You could say x is greater than or equal to 0 for the green, but then you cannot include it in the blue part, because then it wouldn't be a function. If you include it in both places, it needs to be included somewhere. We don't care where. Just can't be both. Yeah, only once. Does not get to play twice. All right, we okay with that? So don't overlap. All right, so let's write the equations now. So the red piece.
Did you put any number for the first one?
Well, but it's kind of a specific.
I mean, like any number that's less than -3.
No. What do you get as the y value every time for that? So it's 6. Okay. It's y equals 6. That's a horizontal line. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can see this. Guys, you're going to be using the y equals mx plus b for any of the lines that are not just horizontal lines. So you need a slope and you need a y-intercept. So what is the slope of this middle piece? -1, good. So negative x, and then plus, what's my y-intercept? 3. There we go.
Oh. So is the y-intercept going to be plus 3 down at the bottom?
It is.
And then it's...
Yeah, can you count the slope on that one? 1/4, I agree. It looks like up 1 over 4, and then plus 3. Same y-intercept, right? Not too bad? No. All right, try 20. That's the only other one we're going to do today. Last one, guys.
Do you have to start from the left side of the graph to the right, or does it?
It really doesn't matter as long as you have the right 3 pieces. I don't really care. I'll just look and be like, oh, okay.
So for the green equation, 1/4 x plus 3.
Yep.
X squared 0.
Okay, that's what I was talking about earlier with, if you want this to be greater than or equal to, you cannot have the equal to here. It has to be in one of those 2 places. If you put it in both, it's not a function, because an x value gets repeated. You have filled in dot over filled in dot, and that is no longer a function. And it says these piecewise functions here, okay? Question, man? Okay. All right, keep working on 20. Repeat.
What is it?
Check in with each other. Do you have the same equations? Yeah.
This is 14 right here. Yeah, but do you have to put the ring group inside, or does it
It
matter?
doesn't matter. So the point is like filled in, so it's fine to do it that way, or you could just have filled in dot. That'd be right too. Okay. I always end up doing it that way because I'm like, I draw the open circle first, and then I'm like, oh, and now I filled it in. Yeah. It feels more accurate, right? Yeah. Rithik, you got it too? All right. Delta man, okay. All right, guys, let's look. First piece here, if we call this the red equation, what's your slope on that one? 1/2 x. What's the y-intercept? Do I need to put +0?
No.
No, it'd be fine. Like, I'd give you credit if you did. It's not wrong to include it, but you certainly don't need to. All right, and what are you going to tell me for your interval? Okay, if we do less than or equal to 4 there, that's fine. Then for the next piece, here to here.
X is greater than 4, with less than equal to 6.
Okay, so 4 less than x less than 6. What's your equation? Just 2.
It's not less than equal to 6. Isn't that included?
Oh, it is included. Thank you. Oh, good job. All right. Green.
I should be kidding. I'm kidding.
Try again. All right, last one. What is the equation? 6. And what are we saying? Yes.
I'm doing my
Okay. All right, guys. Question. Oh, sure. Chris, you got 21 done?
Should I try it? Oh no, I didn't know. Oh no, expression's on now. I'm not gonna look until I get it done. How easy it was.
Check when you're ready if you want, guys. Did you get it, man? And guys, I am going to pull delta math over here just to show you one thing. Just to make sure you guys are okay with like how to make it open and close dot, all of that stuff. Let's do a new one. So guys, you do the same thing. You might want scratch paper out while you're doing your delta math. You think about your endpoints. So like -5, -5, -1, -5. And then when you go to plot those, I start at -5, -5. Just double click, hold it down, and then stretch it over to wherever you need to go. And then if you click on the endpoint, you can make it an open circle. If you click again, it extends the line or back to a filled in dot. So this one I'd leave as open circle. And then same thing, find your endpoints here, -1, -6, 2, -4. Does that make sense how you actually do the graphing on delta math? Okay, I just want to make sure you guys are not just randomly clicking everywhere and not knowing how to draw a line. Alex, you good? All right, guys, start. I'll be checking on your progress. Yes.
Can you pull up the number for the number?
You got the green one right? Good job.
Wait, isn't it yeah. No, isn't it
Oh, is it 2/3 x, right? Leaving out a fraction. Ooh, which makes it not 11, makes it 10.
Where's the y intercept?
Hold on.
The last for the purple one?
Yes.
Isn't it
I don't know, I did it quick. This one is 10, right?
How are you going to, is it greater than 4 but then less than 5?
Yes. I was just continuing forever. Good job, guys. Purple. 4.
How are you getting the y intercept? I knew it.
-5. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the line you can't see where it crosses, right? Yes, but you need to like solve for something. So you can do it algebraically by picking a point and just plugging into y = mx + b. So like I could say, okay, I know my slope is 2/3, and I know I've got this point of -3, 8. So 8 = 2/3 times -3, and like solve for b. This one works out to a nice integer where I can still just count up 2/3. If I extend the line, I get to 10. This one is a much further way to count. Like that one algebraically might be quicker for you because it's such a steep slope. Others, yes, Karen.
Well, it's the same thing if you like take the y-intercept. Oh no, sorry.
This one doesn't stop at the
Okay.
negative one, just keeps going. The bottom one just keeps going down.
Well, if I'm trying to find the y-intercept, I have to think about it, continue. It doesn't actually do that, but that's how you find the equation.
And then -4x -4. That's also another.
Yeah, if I extended, right, if I went down 4/1, I'd be there, down 4/1. Like, do you see that? Okay. If they aren't nice integers like that on your y-axis, though, you definitely want to do, yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, guys, get started on delta math. I will be checking on you here. Yep.
I remember asking it like greater than or equal to once.
Yeah, so it could go either of these spots, but not both.
So I was wondering about
Either of these spots, but not both.
oh, so these are the steps to get the equations. Oh,
You see it?
yeah. Here's the thing I was wondering.
Okay.
So x is less than or equal to -2, right? And then
You have to pick which one it's equal to in them, because they overlap. If the points
But it
like
doesn't
don't
matter.
overlap, then it's very obvious which one is the filled in and which one is the open. But it doesn't matter here, but include it in one, don't include it in the other. You have to do that for the -3, the -2, and the 4. Yeah. Yeah. Go on. So which piece does -4 actually fit? Okay. So what do you need done? Nope, it's just there, so can you figure out which one it is?
No, you write stuff down and stuff. No. Half of the last one, I would get like a photo, and then like I would put it at like a special
So like,
I don't know. I figured out.
okay, so this one has the first part.
Okay, so f of 0. That means when x is 0, what is the y value?
Okay, so your slope is going down. So that's why you're going down. And then your intercept is
Minus 1.
So this line doesn't have intercept, so you don't do it plus.
Well, those aren't really.
Oh, and so that's where it's going.
Yeah, pick which piece actually.
It doesn't have it has the dollars down.
Okay.
So, like, what we're doing is figuring out, like,
It is so much.
writing these which. So horizontal lines are easy because it just is like whatever the y value
There is
Yes.
Because it's already fast.
It should be.
no, because this one, you don't really have this line. So this line doesn't have to go across the line.
Is there gonna be an S in this class?
Yeah. It's not related to this, like the circle thing.
Yeah, so like, so this one, you know, that means it's gonna be 3 for just So I see that that's why 4 is.
So because there's a right,
Yes.
second, and then you plug in.
Well, it's okay, so greater than. Adam,
It doesn't matter all your values are.
Oh, so it's only gonna be. This is how it's like
James, delta math. Henry, delta math.
Anytime there's a different thing, anytime there's a thing, that's the point.
What?
It's a negative graph, right? What's the negative? One negative. Usually like this week negative one over two.
What?
That's not so I was, you told me, okay, so this is like the number with the point. So point is separate from.
Julian, you need to start. Julian? Adam? Restarting. Henry. Okay, so your endpoint is going to be 2, 1. Yeah, you have both. Yes. This negative 5, 5. 1, 5. And then just go. One negative.
So
And then find the other endpoint first.
is it just showing the separation?
I know it's another thing.
What is that? So that's great.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why is there?
Also, I had a
This is the very much the same. So when you click on it, remember you can click it on the scroll. If you click it again, it turns it into a line. Try it.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, so you're like, okay, so this one, just a dot, right? So you can close. Okay, so you get that. This is going to be the line. So you need to like draw it like over the dot. Does that make sense? Like, how would you graph this? Yeah, if you were just graphing the line, that would be easier. Where would you start? Right? Do that until you get to 2, and then stop, make it an open circle, and then
What are you going
draw
for?
it there. Yeah.
Oh wait, I might actually. Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Okay.
You want to both come
Oh. The sentence is crazy.
Okay. And then you plug something in, let somebody zero. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, stop this. And I'll read it. Well, you should move that up. I didn't hear you. I'm okay with 50.
Oh, no, it's 9 to 11.
Oh, oh, you guys are doing that.
So if you're remember at the one with the corral, and then there's a slope on it, the you can look for the slope and then you look for the areas across the line.
Yeah.
Because it ends there. Yeah. But the other one like if it's just equals to, what's the difference between those? It's just a so that's just like it's two.
I get 9, 10, 11, all line. I draw a line straight across.
Oh, yeah, what's down there? Like the line. Those are the endpoints, because X only happens between those two. So which line are you doing? That one. So you can just okay, so then algebraically.
Whoa. Whoa. I mean, I said here. I did. You did.
You know half and half.
Oh God.
That's great.
It's okay. It's okay. It's for the video. Alright. That's over. It's not even that bad. Oh my God.
Hi. It's okay.
Because